Yo, 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 gang. What is going on? It's Matt Ahn here. Matt Ahn Talk Show. Right here for January 6th, 2026. We're live. It's a Tuesday night. We're here at our normal time slot. Now, you're all probably thinking, what the heck's going on here? Well, we are experimenting something brand new here with the show. And this is our first audio-only cast we are doing. So this is an experimental show, and it's our show. So it's an audio-only show. And we're going to attempt to do some podcasting with the audio-only version right here on YouTube. Now, of course, there's probably some kind of display screen or something like that going on that all of you are seeing, but this is just strictly presented in audio form. So, thanks for tuning in here and listening to us. So this is kind of one of those things where a lot of people could download it from the YouTube. They could listen to it. We're branching out here on the talk show, and we're going to see where things go here with this audio-only podcasting. The caveat here that I'm trying is, since we are not capturing video here, we're just strictly capturing audio. So, with this going on, I'm taking a gamble, because you know how it is here on the YouTubes. Always some kind of technical difficulty, but I was able to channel in here to this live broadcast 4 different chat rooms at one time here. They're loading up here, I see. It seems like everything's working here on the computer. So, fingers crossed. Crossed that this works out here. I'm hoping it works. So, for those of you just tuning in, like, share, subscribe right here to the Matt Ahn Talk Show. It's January 6th, 2026, and this is our first audio-only podcast right here on YouTube. I have linked up here our YouTube chat. We got that here, so those of you that are tuning in here via YouTube, comment down below. Greatly appreciate it. I also have my X chat linked up here with this audio form broadcast, Rumble and Clapper chat rooms all lining up here. We got the people lining up in the chats here, so like, share, subscribe right here at Matt Ahn Talk. We're giving this podcast thing a try here. Branching out here in the year of 2026. And man, what a freaking weekend it was. Donald Trump capturing that Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela, the president of Venezuela. Can you believe this? I didn't know we could just go into places like that in the dead of night and start kidnapping people. It makes you think, who else are we going to get? Hey, Trump did say he's coming for Colombia next, supposedly, so everybody better watch their tail here. I didn't know anything about it until I started seeing stuff on Facebook when I was scrolling. And at first, I was just scrolling because I didn't, I'm just looking at particular things. I wasn't looking around at all kinds of things. It was mainly just scrolling. And then I was like, what is this random picture of Saddam Hussein doing on here? I keep scrolling a little more. Then I start seeing this again. I was like, again, more people. What are these Saddam Hussein photos here? And then as I read it and start reading more of this stuff comes out, the footage of the explosion, then it's mentioned in a headline, Nicolas Maduro captured, via our military and stuff like that. And I was like, what the hell? And then it was this Nicolas Maduro guy, not Saddam Hussein. So I was like, what the hell? So we got this guy, it's weird that this guy was voted out of power, but he stayed in power in his country. So he overruled it. So they had an election, but he didn't follow the rules. Well, that almost kind of happened here with DT a little bit until he voluntarily left. But it's just weird how all that happened there. And I guess they had a trial for him and the wife yesterday in New York, and he pleaded not guilty to his charges. What do we got here in the YouTube chat? Tangle77. Hey, what's going on? We have Dave in our X chat. What's going on, Dave? We got Steve in our X chat. What's going on, Steve? Long time no talk. George in our X chat room. What's going on? Tangle in our YouTube. What's going on? That's good. That's good. It's good you're doing good. Let me go over here and say hello to the people in the Rumble chat. Sean, welcome, sir. How's it going? Joe, good evening, sir. Kim, thanks for joining the broadcast here on this Tuesday night. Tangle in the YouTube, you're welcome. Let's go over here to our Clapper chat room that's linked up here. Diane, good evening. Shane, hello. Amber, hello. Got Charlie, hello. In our YouTube chat, I'm not sure who that is there. HHJBK, hello. What's going on? Alan in our Clapper, what's going on? Let me see here. Damien in our X chat says, good. Another dictator down. Yep, there goes another dictator. DJ in our YouTube chat. Why, as he says. Thank you guys there in the YouTube chat. Thank you in the X, Rumble, and Clapper chat rooms for joining us here tonight for the cast. So, Terrence in our X chat says, good. Piece of crap dictator done. Time to get over to China. Well, we're going to wait and see what happens there. DT's just rounding him up here. He says we're going to be taking over Venezuela. This will be interesting to see here what happens. Just going to start taking over. F around and find out, as they say. Ken in our X chat. What's going on? We got Jake. What's going on? Ray. Hey, what's going on, man? Long time here with this X chat. And we have Steven over here in our Rumble chat. He's our moderator. I have appointed him the moderator for when I connect the Rumble chats with the YouTube. It's been a while because we had all those difficulties, and then I took my holiday hiatus then at the end of 2025. Friend over here in our Clapper chat room says, I hope we take over Colombia. A lot of nonsense going on there too. Ari in our Rumble chat says, what happened to Mexico? It seems like we just stopped talking about that and we just started focusing on Venezuela. Yeah, it kind of seems that way, don't it? Kind of seems that way. Peter in our Clapper chat says, are we still going to go for Canada? Well, Trump was trying to gobble them up, and I think he was trying to make them was he trying to make them the 51st state? I don't know why you'd want to tinker with the numbers of states anymore, but I know he was talking about that a while ago. Mary in our X chat says, what about Greenland? Wasn't Donald Trump talking not too long ago about Greenland back a year ago? Well, I think he was. I think that was another place he was trying to take over. Xavier in our X chat says, well, we might as well go back and take over Iraq and Afghanistan while we're at it. Hey, you just never know. You never know with our main DT. So, I guess we're starting off the year, new year, same old BS here on the YouTube. So, I got on the feedback thing here for the YouTube, because I was suspecting like some shenanigans here with the platform, or there's difficulties, which I think there is some bugs and stuff going on with the YouTube, especially for us content creators. And I was thinking maybe they were back to shadow banning me. Maybe I did something and they shadow banned me again. So I get on there, and this lady Adrian, who is I think her title was support specialist or something like that here on the feedback for the YouTube. And man, what a stupid SOB this Adrian, whether it's a man or a woman, whatever it is, he, she, it. Man, all I gotta say is, Adrian, you are stupid. Because when I'm trying to ask, I probably stated what my problem was 3 or 4 different times, being like, why is some of my videos and stuff not getting pushed out as normal? Now, anybody can go back, look at you can even look at it now. You could minimize this audio-only podcast, go back and look at all the different views on my stuff, and see the recent views for recent videos is low, and then you go to look at everything else, and it's in the thousands. Something is funky is going on with the YouTube. So, called them out on that, and, they just give the same old repeated stuff. Now, mind you, they sent me like 4 or 5 paragraphs within 60 seconds, and I'm like, yeah, you copy and pasted that crap, and this is normal protocol for you, jerk off. You just copy and paste the stuff as an answer. You guys don't have an answer, and you're not actually looking at stuff. You shouldn't be considered a specialist. So that means YouTube is paying you like that to answer my questions or anyone's questions when there's a serious problem, and they're probably getting paid the big bucks because people like me create the money for YouTube, and we're paying useless shits like that. Unbelievable. Can't believe it. Let's see here. Kim down in our Rumble chat says, that's why I watch Rumble, F YouTube. Timothy says, Matt, I miss you on the lives here on Rumble. Well, that's why I'm kind of linking some of my stuff together to do it as once. Because YouTube is my big profiter. Rumble, I seem to profit off the cooking videos when I post the cooking shorts, but when I do Rumble lives, they don't produce like that I want them to do, like how a YouTube live produces for me financially. And let's go by this quote. Is the juice worth the squeeze? And for me doing a live on Rumble, the juice is not worth the squeeze unless I just did it out of random, or I was bored, or I just wanted to do one. But with all due respect, guys, I'm pulling in some change in these YouTube lives, so I stick with it. What else do we got here? Ryan in our X chat says, is DT planning on taking over the whole South America at this point? Hey, you just never know. In our X chat says, he might come for Cuba next. Hey, there has been talks about the stuff going on with Cuba, so we'll see what happens there. I mean, it's just all over the place. Speculation running rampant now after this Maduro. So now everybody's on freaking point. Now, Maduro, he called out Trump. He said, come get me, you coward. Well, DT showed up on the program, so there he was. You called out DT, there he is, he showed up. F around, find out, as they say, huh? Here's what Trump probably was saying. I was bored over the weekend. I was bored. I did a little dictator pickup over the weekend. It was great. It was phenomenal. I picked Maduro. It was eeny, meeny, miny, mo with the different places that I had my attention. The different people were Zelensky, Putin, Mandura. I'm just rounding them all up. You talking, I'm gonna take you down. That's probably what how DT's saying it. We got a lot of tension down there in the YouTube chat from HHJBK. It's like, bro, hand waving signs, said hi, and then a bunch of hearts and smiley faces. Something tells me I know who that is. What's going on? So yeah, for those of you just joining us here in the YouTube live here, this is our first ever audio only podcast here. We are brand new here on the YouTube. So we got our X chat, our Rumble, Clapper, and our YouTube chat all connected here. So don't get too discouraged. Displays random stuff on the screen as the audio feeds out here. But yes, it's we're randomly unfiltered, and I was just yakking about how this Adrian, who's a support specialist here for YouTube, was literally a used piece of crap and should not be considered a specialist and should be fired. Now, I try to ask about them doing the shadow banning here or messing with my algorithm for not pushing out my content, and this platform's guilty of it. And as those of you that followed this show for long enough, I've had enough run-ins with them over the years. I think we even have a section in our playlist here on YouTube devoted to exposing this platform for their lies. But the thing is, they're going to keep making money off me, so I'm here to stay. And we're only 6 days now into the year of 2026. So what else is happening, guys? You know, we got Maduro. We captured him. We're going to see what happens now. We're just getting started here, you know, right out the gate. That's the big pickup. And, you know, looking through the Facebook, YouTube, all the people are using that Soro app to make all these funny different memes and videos of Trump dancing, Maduro DJing. I mean, this is such epic stuff. Our X chat says, I love these Maduro memes that are all over Facebook. Yes. Robert in our Rumble chat says, I love the DJing Mandura. Chase in our Clapper chat says, Maduro's jumpsuit looks pretty fly. Oh, man. Peter in our Clapper chat says, I knew nothing of Maduro until he got captured and started seeing these Facebook memes. Oh, man. And you know what? I didn't know who the president of Venezuela was either until they picked this guy up. So we're all in the same boat here. I knew nothing of this guy. Yes. Oh, man, let me look through the headlines here and see if there's anything special going on here. John Harbaugh out as Ravens head coach after 18 seasons. See you later there. Donald Trump issues impeachment predictions? Of who? Not himself, I hope. What else here? Here it is. Trump discussing a range of options to take Greenland. There's another place he's looking to take over, Greenland. Let's see here. Missing South Carolina teen Mackenzie Dalton found safe after month-long search. I knew nothing of that, by the way. Please don't kill me. What else do we got here? New York City business begins. Florida and Texas are ready to capitalize. All right, whatever the hell that means. U.S. nearly triples list of countries whose citizens most post bonds. What's that supposed to mean? Newsom challenges Trump to live TV cognitive test after latest insult. What a bitch. Powell sounds the alarm on housing crisis. Well, we know we've been in a housing crisis for a long time, that normal people who can do it are not even allowed. Meanwhile, people that are incompetent somehow get the houses. How the hell does that work? Antarctica could lose its ice forever. Well, that's no surprise. We've only been talking about that for the last 2 decades. Megan Thee Stallion opens her first franchise restaurant. Good for her there, I guess. What else do we got here? Another young missing woman found alive after disappearing 3 weeks ago. What else do we got here? We know that Ravens head coach, he's out. Starbucks is launching 4 new drinks this year, and we tried them. We tried them first. I don't know. Trump floats canceling the election, then insists he won't. What the hell? It's like he just jumps out of his ass. Taylor Swift's The Fate of Ophelia sets a new record. I guess that must be her new album, I'm guessing. I don't know anything about that. Netanyahu reveals Trump deal on Gaza crossing a new Hamas deadline. Yeah. Wow, look at that. Someone here says that they live in Tokyo, Japan for $483 a month. Psh. I'm paying $1,200 just to live in this house. That's not including the other stuff. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are officially divorced after 19 years of marriage. I know we touched on that on one of the lives here in the past. Let's see here. Hundreds arrested for DUI in Tennessee despite negative blood alcohol tests. Huh. Gabriel in our Rumble chat says, it's always funny when Donald Trump's talking out his ass, but I love the guy. Dave in our X chat says, USA, USA. Let's see here. Are new federal stimulus payments or tariff dividends coming in January? I've heard about that recently. I just heard about that over the weekend, that they might possibly do that, but better get rolling here. It's the 6th of January. Before you know it, blink and January's over. Trump administration halting $10 billion in social service funding in 5 states. I wonder why. Joe in our Rumble chat says, DUI suck. My brother just got one last weekend. Oof. Here's a Fox News alert. Cher claims Sonny Bono burned her clothes in a jealousy rage during troubled marriage. All right. Why are we talking about that now? Who gives a crap? Cher's just looking for attention, I'm guessing. She's bored. Oh, damn. Greenland movie predicting future disaster to be released in the U.S. this week. Huh? All right. What else we got here? Oh, yeah, I've seen this one. McDonald's faces a class action lawsuit over its deceptive McRib sandwich, where a lot of people were basically just saying it's we already know it's processed stuff, but it's not good for you, and who knows if it'll ever return to the menu. That's part of the class action lawsuit. What's the other thing here that's been going on in the news? Corporation for Public Broadcasting formally dissolves after loss of federal income. So that means PBS probably going to be going out of business along with NPR. And you got to understand, nobody's got money to even donate to these companies. Everybody else is broke too, thanks to the whole 4 years of Biden destroying this country. People are barely even surviving or getting back on their feet. That's why people are putting pressure on DT, and if those of you that have been watching my lives the last year, I've been saying, hey, DT, let's get working on this economy, man. Let's not worry about some of that other stuff. Let's get hampering on the economy. That's the most important part. But, we were too busy, and now we caught this Yahoo over the week. Paris Jackson marks 6 years sober, admits recovery didn't make life easier after heroin and alcohol. Paris Jackson, as you know, Michael Jackson's daughter. I wasn't aware that she had an addiction, but I knew she was a little off the chain, though. Ohio dentist murder. I heard something about that, but, yeah. What? U.S. fires superfast torpedoes to sink its own ship at sea. Huh? Whatever. Teresa in our Rumble chat says, Matt, I love these audio-only formats here while I'm cooking and cleaning around the house. All right, thanks. Terrence in our X chat says, Matt, much love to the live. Thanks. Alan in our Clapper chat says, Matt, you always have my support. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Forget about the haters. I'm not even worried about the haters. Haters are going to hate. You know that. Haters are going to hate. What do we got here? PJ, I guess in Philadelphia, PJ Willahan's restaurant group may move its former Iron Hill Brewery. Oh, yeah? All right. Epstein files might not be released in full until after Trump leaves office. All right, whatever. And by that point, nobody will care. Trust me. What else do we got here? I see a thing here with Leonardo DiCaprio, and he was bitching that he couldn't go to an award show Saturday night because there was a lot of restricted airspace over the islands that he was staying at, because that's where the plane flew, the military planes flew, carrying Maduro. I think he was down there, I don't know, it was near Cuba, Puerto Rico, I forgot what the island was that they said he was on vacationing at, but he was bitching because he couldn't get to a damn thing or whatever. Now he's just talking crap on. What else do we have here before we wrap up tonight's broadcast here? I thank everybody. Like, share, subscribe for those of you that are on here now. This is our first trial run attempt at an audio-only podcast here live on the YouTube. What do we got there? Too Cool Pancakes Hater. All right, I like that name. Well, as I just said, this is an audio-only broadcast. I don't even have no clue what's even being shown on the screen now. But it's an audio-only podcast. And I have the YouTube chat here connected, the X chat, Rumble chat, Upper chat. So, and it seems to be working, because when I tried this with the video version, everything just went awry. All right, let's continue here with the news here. Oh, here's one. U.S. Marine vet speaks out after 2 years imprisoned by Maduro. Oh, yeah? This happened on Fox News. He was freed. Wow, 2 years. This guy must have been a real dick. And as you know, a lot of people, the dreaded January 6th insurrection, a lot of people still bringing that up today. I could care less. It is what it is, and it was just Antifa mixed in there with regular citizens that were just trying to voice their opinion on how much the election was stolen by Biden, and as everyone knows now, it was all auto pen mania with Biden. And most of Biden's presidency was a fake, a phony, and a fraud. But hey, anyway, guys, it's Matt Ahn here. It's January 6th, 2026. And I thank everybody in our X chat, Rumble chat, Clapper chat, and those of you that participated in our YouTube chat. I will be back at a future time and see how everything turns out with this audio-only podcast. And, hey, I'll see all of you again very soon. Have a good one.